And welcome back to another video game collection video. This time we have made it all the way to PlayStation 4. And PlayStation 4 is actually the console I currently use for most games. And the thing that really convinced me, like, I guess it's time that we pull out these games is I started seeing a lot of, or not a lot, but there are some games that have come out. I'm like, oh, I think I would like to play that. And of course, I always, for the most part, try and get physical copies of the games. And I've noticed some games have just stopped releasing physical copies of PlayStation 4. And so I'm like, oh, I guess that's a sign. I think this is it. It's time we might be moving on a bit. I probably will keep playing PlayStation 4 like until like there's like the next From Software game, like if that's not available on PlayStation 4. So I don't plan to stop playing it anytime soon, but it is time for us to go through my game collection. And while I do feel like I don't have quite as many PlayStation 4 games as some of the past consoles we've done, since I've played all of these games a lot more recent than like N64, GameCube and stuff, I'm gonna be able to remember a lot more about them and yap so much more. So we're dividing this into two videos. We have this one, which will be just sort of general PlayStation 4 games, and then the next one will be From Software games, because hopefully we can fit all that into one video, you know. Could probably make multiple just on those. But anyway, let's start things out with good old Kingdom Hearts 3. And this is really like special for me, because if you watched my PlayStation 2 video, you know that I was always a Nintendo kid until Kingdom Hearts. And I was like, I have to play that. If I never play another PlayStation game, I have to at least play Kingdom Hearts. And that's what prompted me to finally get a PlayStation 2, or ask for it for like Christmas or whatever. And up until Kingdom Hearts 3, all of the last games that I'd played were on PlayStation 2. I just kind of wasn't really into gaming anymore. And then this came out, and I'm like, well, I've got to get it. Well, I wasn't sure at first, actually. It came out, and I was like, I mean, am I really going to buy another console just for this? And then I went to this, like, gaming bar or something with my friend, and it was right when it released. And, like, all the TVs, instead of showing, like, sports or something, they were showing different people streaming Kingdom Hearts 3. So that's what convinced me. I was like, that looks like so much fun, I gotta get it. And so we've kind of come full circle. The original Kingdom Hearts is what prompted me to get a PS2, and Kingdom Hearts 3 is what prompted me to get a PS4, and I guess really got me back into gaming. I will say I don't necessarily think too highly of Kingdom Hearts 3, but we have to, you know, hold a special place for it simply for that fact that there are so many wonderful experiences I would not have if it weren't for this game. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts, I mean, I'm sure this happened long before Kingdom Hearts 3, but if we're just looking at like the core games, Kingdom Hearts 3 is where like we have officially, figuratively and literally lost the plot. Like, it's just a freaking mess. I mean, I don't even try and keep up with the Kingdom Hearts plot or anything anymore. But yeah, it's just there are things I love about it, but things I don't like about it. But let's open this up and let's look inside first. Of course, with the way games are these days, we don't get any fun little pamphlets with like the instruction manual and like little synopses of the game and whatnot. We just get like an ad for something, I don't know, some other like Square Enix thing, and then whatever this is, I don't know. So boring compared to those little pamphlets. And I guess there's like a Kingdom Hearts mobile phone thingy there. Whatever. But like I said, there are things I love about this game. So let's start with the positive. For one, Gummy Ship. I feel like each of the 3 main games, they have improved on the Gummy Ship experience, like each one. And I actually, like in the past 2 games, it was literally just like, all right, let's get through this so I can get to the planets or whatever. But I actually really enjoyed the Gummy Ship stuff in this and exploring. And I don't think they ever like confirmed it anywhere, but they're like these little puzzle things you have to do, and they look like they're like these big goldish sphere things, and they are absolutely like inspired by the map from Treasure Planet, which I very much appreciate. Treasure Planet should honestly get its own like world and level in Kingdom Hearts, but at least we got something. So there's that. Also, I think that the Tangled level is perhaps one of my favorite Kingdom Hearts levels ever. So beautiful and so fun. Loved it. Also, the Pirates of the Caribbean level in because I think they had it in Kingdom Hearts 2 as well, but it was I loved how it was like a little mini open world, and it was so beautiful. It was like one of those lands where I was like, oh, I wish I could just like live here. And you know too, I love my tropical environments and everything. So there's that. I also loved looking for ingredients because, as we will talk about in some of these other games, one of my favorite things to do in games is loot. Just loot. If I can collect it, I want to pick it up. I love it. So I enjoyed that, and just the general like cooking mini game. But when I think of positives, that's kind of where it ends. Like, oh my gosh, and where it got, like, it's, first of all, we didn't really get to fight any villains. And I'm sure there's like 1,000 videos talking about these exact same complaints that I'm about to talk about. But like, I think the only actual Disney villains we got to fight were the Titans from Hercules. That was a good level too, actually. I did enjoy it. But like, everything else was just like big heartless, which was bullcrap. And I have a feeling that it's like Disney like not wanting to like put its characters, even if they're villains, in like a super bad light or something like that. It's probably something stupid like that. Also, that freaking Frozen level, when they made us sit through Let It Go, it was basically just like they took the exact scenes from the movie and maybe dropped in Sora and Goofy and Donald for like 3 seconds. But it was basically just Let It Go from Frozen. I was like, are you freaking kidding me right now? It was so like, I was just like, I talked about this in my PS2 video, and I believe the phrase I used was, this is not the Kingdom Hearts I came here for. And that is the case. Like, it just, yeah, I couldn't. There was just a lot of wasted potential, I guess, with this. But, oh yeah, actually, and I didn't even finish this, which is kind of a thing with me. I got very far, like, very close to the end, I think, but it was brought to a point where I think I was just like, yeah, I don't really care anymore. Because I had gotten through all of the actual levels, and it was like the final stage, the final area, and I was just like, I don't really care. And then I stopped. It's been a long time since I've played the first 2, but this game felt very, very easy. And I was very young when I played the first 2, so maybe I wasn't very good or something, but I remember them being very difficult, not like, the way that people look at like Dark Souls type stuff, but I remember them being very challenging, where like, it took multiple tries to beat certain bosses and stuff, and I feel like I got through everything on this in like very first try. And so the fact that it just wasn't very challenging was disappointing too. So yeah, that's we can look at the back here too. That's Kingdom Hearts 3 for me. let me know what your favorite Kingdom Hearts is, if you feel the same way. In a way, it's nice that they're able to keep this alive, and haven't they announced like a fourth one, like a fourth of like for PlayStation or whatever, I think. And it's sort of like we just need to wrap it up, you know. I think it's too late for it to die with grace or whatever. But let's move on or do something different, because like we're running out of Disney movies too. Like, what are we gonna do? But yeah, good and bad, bittersweet, I guess. But let me know your thoughts. And now, so this is something else we're going to run into here. The next game I want to talk about, I didn't even realize until I went to gather my games that I don't have a physical copy of it. Like I said, I try and get physical copies for everything I can. I don't know why I don't have one of this, but I'll put like a picture of it somewhere on the screen for you. And I don't know, we'll do tingle triggers saying some other way while I'm chit-chatting. But the next thing I want to talk about is The Witcher 3. And I still have not fully finished this game. It's not one like Kingdom Hearts 3 where I'm like, I don't think I'm ever going to finish it. It's just that there's so much freaking content in this game. It still boggles my mind. And like, I'm sure I will eventually go back, and I've beaten everything except for like the very end of the, what is it, like Blood and Wine, that DLC. That's like the only thing I haven't finished. But there's so much. Like, this is one of those games, like I had no idea what I was getting into. And it is one of those games where I'm like, this game was made for me. Because I've also mentioned before that I am a side quest queen. And there are so many side quests in The Witcher 3. I just had the time of my life. And like even the main quest stuff, so much of it is like broken down in a way that it feels like side quests, or there are side quests that maybe are optional that then add on to the main quest, and everything is just, it was so good. I loved it. I mentioned I love looting. Oh my god, the looting in this game, both with like the treasure hunts, which I spent hours on, but like just like one of the things I love about games that I feel like you don't get enough of is just getting to go inside like people's houses or buildings or whatever, and just seeing what's in there. And in the case of The Witcher, looting it all, and like you don't get in trouble for it either, like in what we're going to talk about later, like Red Dead Redemption, you know, like you can just loot everything. And when I tell, like, there's just something like the noise that it makes when you loot stuff too, it just like the like boost of like serotonin and endorphins and all that crap that I get from doing it, it's just like ridiculous. And I seriously, like, when I got to each of the city areas, especially Tucson, like, I'm totally serious when I say I just spent just like hours just going in all the buildings and looting crap, and then going and selling it once my, you know, my bag or whatever was completely full. Like, even if it's all stuff that I've already gotten, it's just the same thing. There's just it's like I cannot leave any building unexplored and unlooted. I have to do it. It just like gives me so much joy, even though it's like not even progressing the game or anything. I love it. And that leads me to why The Witcher 3 has perhaps my favorite gaming moment of all time in it. And that's, I don't know what triggers it either. I assume like you have to have looted so much or acquired a certain amount of money or something. I don't know what triggers it, but you can get audited in The Witcher 3. So, of course, like I said, I've just been going around doing all these side quests, looting everywhere that I'm able to. And then suddenly, I'm like walking through one of the city areas, and suddenly it goes to a cutscene. And this guy comes up and he starts questioning me about like my wealth and like where I acquired all these items, and like specifically asking me things like, have you been breaking into people's homes and taking their belongings and everything? And I remember just like, I'm pretty sure I like shouted out loud, I'm like, am I being audited? It was so funny. And like The Witcher 3 does a lot of like self-aware type of jokes and bits in it. And it was just hilarious. And of course, I just lied about everything. Like, this is like what, like medieval Renaissance period or something. They have no way of tracking, you know, my expenses or any of that stuff. Like, I just lied, and you know, no, sir. I haven't, are you kidding me? I haven't gone into anyone's houses. Like, how are they gonna know? And it was fine. And the guy let me go on my way. But it was just one of those moments that I just found freaking hilarious. It was so good. And yeah. Yeah, it was wonderful. And speaking of acquiring exorbitant amounts of wealth, you know, like, because I spent so much time doing the treasure hunts and looting everywhere and, like, you know, selling all of this stuff, and I was getting so much money. And I wanted to, like, I know you can't do this because of like different rules and stuff on Twitch for like showing nudity or whatever, but I wanted to like create a Twitch account and like go stream, and the whole stream is just like a long stream of me doing nothing but blowing my excessive wealth in The Witcher 3. Like, it's just like a long stream of me blowing all my money in the brothels. Like, we go from some like crazy like million, whatever the currency is called there, just like, and keep going to different gals in the brothels until we get to zero. I thought it would have been really funny, you know, if something like that was allowed. But yeah. Speaking of that, I really hope that since we're playing as Ciri in like the next Witcher, I'm curious of like what things they might change, and I feel like it kind of needs to be handled a little differently, just since it's you're playing as a female character, and I feel like it's really easy for that to feel even more exploitative than like having, you know, like a adult scene with as a male character, even though there are other female characters in that scene. Whatever. I just hope that I hope we still get to go to brothels as Ciri. Like, this is so funny. And the sex scenes in The Witcher 3, they're just like so cringe. They crack me up. Otherwise, Geralt's very attractive. It's like, oh, we get to play as this hottie or whatever, but those sex scenes, I'm like, Geralt, you are so cringe. Yeah, but I love that game. It's amazing. I don't know when it originally came out, but it still holds up so well. And I think that's all I needed to hit in talking about Witcher 3. So let's move on to another game that we have a physical copy of. This game. Alright, so I've talked before, I think Majora's Mask, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, that's like on a whole other level in terms of like favorite games. Like, when I talk about any other sort of favorite game, it's like you just have to know Majora's Mask is always going to be top tier. Nothing can touch it. But besides Majora's Mask, this might be my favorite game ever. Like, I think it's very hard. I think this might even beat Elden Ring. It's hard because they're probably tied because they're both very different, even though this is like a Souls-like or whatever. But oh my god, I love this game. I love it so much. And let me just show you. Okay, like, so we also have, I've got the art book, which is wonderful. If you're interested, I can take you through the art book sometime. It's wonderful. I also have the vinyl with all the amazing music on it. It's so good. And because I, of course, had to pre-order the vinyl, I also got this little thing, which I think this is just, it's got feel on it. Like, I remember when I first played the game, I was like, I hope so bad that they come out with vinyl merch for this. They have to. And when I saw them post about it, I was like, I'm snatching that up. But yes, I love this game so much. I have talked about before, this game has made me cry like a baby before. Like, it just, like, it's funny since like the most popular song from it is called Feel. And like, the things Lies of P makes me feel, oh my goodness. And it's actually funny. In the disc actually isn't even in here because I was playing it recently, replaying it, and it's so sad that there's not a pamphlet in there. I hate that. But I was replaying it recently because I wanted to go through again and do the DLC because I had only played the DLC once when it was first released. And I wanted to just start a new game, not to like play the DLC from a new game plus or anything and do all that. And I remember as I was replaying this thinking, like, so many times while playing this, I was like, I absolutely hate this part of the game. Like, there's so much in this game that I just find incredibly tedious and really, really dislike so much. And I think that shows just how good of a game it is, especially story-wise, that even despite all of that, I'm wanting to play it again, because I think this is like my third or fourth time playing through it. And, you know, even with all of those things, I hate having to go through, like, one thing. I'm sure anyone who's played this will agree with me, that part at the beginning of the freaking cathedral where you're, like, going through all the rafters and stuff, and, like, you fall, like, 1,000 times, you know, just that platforming section is the absolute worst, things like that. Or the freaking swamp. Oh, that part just, yeah, it's like, great, I have to go to the swamp again, let's get this over with. Like, there's so many things like that I just can't stand, but I still love it. Like, I love the setting, I love the vibe. Like, Krot is one of those places, like, I want so much to experience more of Krot. It's one of those video game areas that, even though we only see, like, the aftermath of the puppet frenzy and we see it in all this disarray and everything, it's like, I'm still like, I want to live there. I want to go to Krot and explore it, which I don't, like, there are, even on a lot of games where it's like, I love the environment and I love exploring it, I don't necessarily feel like, oh, I would want to live there or something like that. And I feel that way about, you know, Liza P, and I love Hotel Krot and listening to the records. It's just like, it makes me feel warm and cozy. I absolutely adore it. And yeah, I'm so freaking excited for the sequel to this, which is probably going to be Wizard of Oz themed, based on just like what we've seen in the like after credits scene or whatever. I cannot wait to see what else they do. This company, what is it, NeoWiz? I absolutely adore this game. The only thing I think, like, I really wish, like, I would really change about it is, I wish there had been a bit more of the Rose Estate in the DLC. Also, I wish so much we got more of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood, especially since I remember they were part of, like, those original, like, sort of teaser trailers that we got for the game. They look so cool, and we got, like, a little more insight into what they were like in the DLC, but I need, like, more cutscenes or, like, interactions with them. Also, I really love, that's, like, one boss fight that I absolutely adore is the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. I know apparently a lot of people really hate it, and I think those are people who, like, refuse to summon, and it's like, it's a gank fight. It's like, that's kind of, you're kind of meant to summon your little friend to help you out there. But I thought it was very fun. I really like that fight. And I also really, really love that if you pay attention, there's a part in Melon District, which is like where the Black Rabbit Brotherhood is, where the youngest, who's a girl, the youngest of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood, she, like, throws something at you, and she has some dialogue, and it's like, oh, the idiot's a looker, or she makes some sort of comment about, like, us being attractive, about Geppetto's puppet being attractive, and so I have this, like, fun headcanon that she actually, like, even though they're trying to kill him, like, she actually kind of has a crush on him, and, like, would really like to, you know, go on a date with him or something like that. I just think it's a really cute piece of dialogue, a little tidbit that I think a lot of people probably miss. But yeah, I love this game. I adore it. It's amazing. And now we have a game that I did not think I was ever going to play, honestly. I didn't really have any desire to play Red Dead Redemption 3. Or 3. I wish there was a Red Dead Redemption 3. My head's still in, like, Witcher 3 mode. But, God, I wish so bad there would be a Red Dead Redemption 3. Red Dead Redemption 2, I did not think I would ever play. And I think it was like, I don't know, I had already played through a bunch of games, and I didn't have anything to play at the time, and like nothing else was really entertaining me. So I was like, oh, I've heard some good stuff about Red Dead Redemption 2. Let me check it out. I don't know what this is. Is this like data disc? I don't know what that is there. I know there's an online mode. Is this like an online thing? It says Blu-ray. I have no idea what that is. Dutch on it. But yeah, I did not think I was going to play this. I'm not really into any kind of shooting game. I like my fantasy sword stuff, like if you have like Bloodborne where you get a pistol, sort of like a side weapon, like that's great, but yeah, I'm not really into the shooting stuff. But I decided to give this a try, and after I like first started the game, I actually didn't think I was going to be able to play it, because up until then, I always, for like my camera controls, and some people may think I'm weird for this, because apparently a lot of people think this is weird, but I always had my camera controls on inverted. And in Red Dead Redemption, they will let you invert one of the axes. I don't remember which one, but they won't let you invert both the X and Y axes, like camera controls. So I didn't know if I was even going to play this game, because I could not, like, it was a mess. I was spending so much time just trying to, like, get used to or whatever, like, having, I don't know, was it normal controls, I think it's just called, like, a different sort of controls for the camera. Like, I remember playing like the tutorial area up in the mountains with the snow, where you're like on a horse and you're like supposed to control your horse like while shooting at wolves and all this stuff. I actually wish that I had a video playing it, because it was the most disorienting experience of my life, and honestly kind of hilarious. Just like the camera going like in all these weird circles and everything, because I just couldn't play it. Like, I was not used to having normal camera controls. And then I think it was like the holidays, and then I like went home, like went out of town for the holidays, so it was a long time before I came back to playing it. I didn't know if I was going to. But I eventually came back. It had been like at least several weeks or something, several weeks to a month. And I don't know what happened. It's like one of those things where people like wake up from a coma and suddenly they have some bizarre talent or skill that they never had before. But I was like, let me open it up and just give it a try or whatever. Suddenly I was able to, without any issues, use normal camera controls. I don't know what happened. It was just like not playing games for however long or whatever. But it was weird, and now ever since I like always use normal controls, it was bizarre. But I'm glad that it worked out, because I was able to play this and ended up, actually it took me a while still to really enjoy Red Dead Redemption 2, because all of the other controls, like with the guns and like that whole sphere thing that you have for like choosing different inventory items and just stuff, it just all felt very clunky to me at first, at least, and I just didn't like it. Honestly, the thing that kept me going was I kept pretending that I was in the movie Young Guns while playing this, because I love the movie Young Guns and Young Guns 2. They're so good, and I think you can watch them both on YouTube. Like, you should absolutely go watch them if you haven't. So good. But I kept pretending I was in the movie Young Guns. And actually on my first playthrough, that's what I was naming all of my horses after Young Guns characters, like Billy the Kid's Gang. So I had like Billy and Chavez and Dirty Steve and Charlie and Doc and stuff. So that was fun. But that kept me going. And it wasn't until like very much like towards the end that I started to like want to play, like I wanted to finish it. And because like the exploration, you know, love my open world stuff, love my side quests, all that stuff. And like, you know, I still got that here. But I just remember sort of like at the epilogue part, I guess you could call it, where you switch over to playing as John Marston again. I did not like that at all. I know that I've heard people say it's for people who've played the first game, you know, blah, blah, blah. I didn't like it. And I remember just thinking, I really wish I was just hanging out with Arthur Morgan some more. You know, it really hit me then, like how much I grew to love Arthur Morgan as a character, as I'm sure everyone who has played Red Dead Redemption is. Like, Arthur Morgan's one of those characters. He's like, doesn't matter your man or woman, what your sexuality is. It's like, how do you not have a crush on Arthur Morgan? How do you not just fall in love with him, you know? And I was just like, I really just want to hang out with Arthur Morgan more. So I don't think I even finished. Can you technically finish the epilogue? I don't know if you can, because I know feels very empty compared to the rest of the game. But I remember just like, screw this, I don't want to do this. I just want to be with Arthur Morgan more, so I decided to play through the game again and did a lot more that I kind of skipped over at first, and enjoyed being with Arthur Morgan. And it's funny because I'm one of those people, like, I accidentally shot so many people. Like, my first playthrough, the majority of my like violent encounters, unless like the game purposely told me I needed to like shoot someone or something, like I was golden retriever, good boy, like saying hi, greeting everybody, like being super nice. But so many times I would be like talking to a shopkeeper and then accidentally shoot them in the face. And there's just, you know, you've got so much violence and everything, but so much of the game like just comes to feel like a cozy game, you know? It's like I ended up enjoying so much, just like all of the hunting stuff and fishing stuff that I didn't really like when I played it the first time. But I really loved, again, just it's like I'm hanging out with Arthur Morgan out in the woods, you know, hunting and fishing and gathering herbs and whatnot. And I loved that so much about this. It was so great. And also something I didn't think I would care at all about at first that I ended up loving was getting to pick out a wardrobe for Arthur Morgan. And it's so funny on Pinterest. Like, just the amount of people who post like outfit inspiration for Arthur Morgan and like different outfits they have come up with for him, which I think is hilarious. Like, I find the female audience for Red Dead Redemption 2 especially funny in that sense. And there's a lot of really good stuff on Pinterest, like a lot of really fun thirst comments for Arthur Morgan too. They're just like hilarious. So I really loved that. And also, you know, I love making my soundtracks, my own personal soundtracks for games I play. And this one, man, is the soundtrack huge. My personal soundtrack, at least, because this, like, basically any sort of like country folksy song that I love, throw it in here. Especially musicals, like Oklahoma. Oklahoma songs from the musical, and also Oklahoma ? The song from Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, Big River, which is the Huckleberry Finn musical. All of those songs, also anything by Roger Miller, really, because Roger Miller did the music for Big River. Like, throw all of that in here. Also Ballad of Billy the Kid by Billy Joel, so great. And like I also have like assigned the songs to very specific parts. Like from Oklahoma, we have Kansas City, of course, takes place in, I forgot the name of it, the big city down in the south. Surrey with a fringe on top. That's basically like any sort of mission where, you know, you got your wagon, you're taking somebody somewhere, just like if you get to drive a wagon, you know, things like that. Ridiculous, I know, but I love it. And the last thing, because I'm yapping forever on this, I need to say is I need to talk about the names of my horses on my second playthrough because I love them so much. And because I've seen so many memes about like how, it's like that meme with the guy with his girlfriend where he's looking behind him at the other girl, like clear, like thirsting over the other girl. But I've seen that where it's like Arthur Morgan looking at another horse, and it's so true. It's like for some reason you just always want a new horse in the game. But I had so many great horses on my second playthrough. I'm gonna tell you what they're named. They were named Pookie, Dookie, Buki, as in Buki Dammit, or Call Me Buki Dammit, for those who have played Moe Ninja Girls. We had, there's like that one horse, it's like, I don't know if it's super rare, or there's like something special about it, but it's kind of bluish colored. He was named Blue Balls. Love him. And then we also had Mr. Chester, who I then realized was a girl, but that's totally okay because Arthur Morgan loves his horse no matter what. He's fully supportive whatever gender his horse identifies as, So, yeah, the girl horse named Mr. Chester. I loved all my horses so much, so much in my second playthrough. And yeah, love Arthur Morgan. Like I said, I wish, I know everyone is eagerly awaiting the next GTA game. I say I don't think I'm going to get into GTA, but I mean, look where we've ended up with Red Dead Redemption 2, so maybe it'll happen. But I would love another Red Dead Redemption so much. I really did love this. If anything, just so I could pretend more that I was in Young Guns, so great. Okay. Next up, let's see, we're at like 40 minutes or something now. Hopefully we won't be too yappy on these next ones. This is actually a game that I have not played very much of, and I'm kind of sad that I haven't, if you can see here. We have Guilty Gear, I don't even know how to say this actually. Guilty Gear Xrd REV 2, is that how you say the name? Something like that. I don't know. Guilty Gear is a fighting game, and the reason that I didn't play this much, or haven't played it much, because there was something about the controls, particularly the jump button, which, I think I've said this a couple times, but it felt really weird, and not like wonky in a way that I eventually got used to it. It was just, I was never able to get used to some of the controls on the game. Oh, but look at this. Oh, this is exciting. We get a little pamphlet. Oh, thank you, Guilty Gear. But I'm very sad that I didn't play more because I love the characters in this game. Really love them. And I remember, I don't know her name, but the chick I loved playing as for the limited time that I played this game, she was in like a wedding dress, and I think her weapon was a bouquet or something, and she was maybe not fully yandere or something, but definitely she fell in love with everyone she fought or something like that. I thought she was fun. But how wonderful, we get a pamphlet to look through. I'm very excited. We can actually make some more ASMR sounds because I feel like I haven't had a lot to work with. Got this picture here. Also, I don't know who this guy is, but he kind of looks like Zagreus from Hades, which we are going to talk about after this. If you want something to look forward to. But I love this, that it's got all the game modes broken down and stuff. I'm sure that it's considered cost cutting, an easy cost cutting thing that probably a lot of people don't complain about, to not have these little booklets, but I just love them so much. And I feel who really need, do people really need the control stuff? You can typically figure it out yourself just by playing the game, or there's a controls menu in the game. But it's just so nostalgic to still have stuff like this. I wish I could get find something that has like all the different characters. I remember there being a lot in here when I was playing it, so I don't know if they would have all of them. But I do remember in this game there was like just the regular fight mode sort of thing, and then there was also a story mode that you could do, which I remember thinking, like, trying to do the story mode and thinking, oh, you know, it'll be like, you know, some little cutscenes and then like fighting between them or something. Isn't there like story modes in the Soul Calibur games that's like that, where there are the cutscenes, but it's like they're not very long? Like this one, the cutscene on the story mode went on forever. I was like, am I watching like a full-out anime or something? Because that's what it felt like. So I ended up just like turning off the game and not moving forward with that. Because also the story where it started out did not make any sense to me. It's really sad that they don't have any of the pictures in here of the characters. But yes, I loved the chick who was like ready to get married and all lovey-dovey. I thought she was cute. I didn't like playing as her, but I love her character design. There's also a girl that she's like sort of like sailor nautical themed, and she has an anchor that she used to fight with. That's the other big one that I remember. I should go through and just like look through at all the characters again, because like I said, I did really, really love the characters, and I don't know, I feel like I could find some really fun art from Guilty Gear, you know? And we have one more game to talk about. I unfortunately do not have a physical copy of it. Because I think it's the main reason I don't have a physical copy of this one. It's probably because I don't even know if they did physical copies actually for PlayStation, but it is definitely because I didn't know. It's another game that I didn't really think I would like, or like I didn't have much interest in. I don't know what even prompted me to play it, but it is Hades. And yeah, I had no interest in playing it. For some reason I did, and I got very, very addicted. Very addicted. Like it was bad. Good. I beat like everything you can beat in the game. But it was a game that I definitely had trouble putting down. Absolutely adore that game. I'm pretty sure later this month, I'm filming this in April, who knows when it'll actually go up, but I'm pretty sure this month Hades 2 finally releases for PlayStation, because it's only on like the Switch right now, isn't it? Switch and PC? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it releases for PlayStation, probably just digitally or whatever, which sucks, but at least I'll get to play Hades 2. Anyway, back to the original Hades. Yeah, I had so much fun with this game. And one of my core memories of this game, actually, I love this, it's the fight between, was it Theseus and the Minotaur? That fight cracked me up so much, because a lot of the boss fights, they're like different levels, like as you play the game more and more, like they have like different sort of difficulty levels, or they like get harder and stuff. And like on one of the harder versions of that Theseus and Minotaur fight, like it just gets so ridiculous where so much is going on. Like there's like, I can't remember if they're both chasing you at the same time, or like one of them's chasing you, the other one's like shooting crap at you or something. But it's just like so much was going on. I remember cackling like so hard. Like, this is freaking ridiculous. Like, that fight just cracked me up. I thought it was so funny. I don't know if anyone else had a similar experience, but I just remember laughing so hard at that. And I've really enjoyed this game. I also remember, I don't know if it's like this second, like after you've beat him one time or something, but one of the like versions of Hades, when you fight him, he calls upon Cerberus to come and attack you. And of course, you know, I've been spending so much time like giving Cerberus head pats and stuff like that, you know, all throughout this game. And I remember he sent Cerberus to attack me. He like runs across the stream, and I remember screaming, "My baby!" I was like, I can't believe Cerberus is attacking me? Sweet little pupper, how would he harm me? So that was really fun too. Yeah, but as much as one more thing in terms of what I loved, I also spent like so much time, like I love the interior decorating in like the hub area. I would love to have more of that. That was so much fun. I'm like, how can I, improve our quality of life and it's aesthetically here in the underworld. So loved that. I just have two main gripes with this game, and they are big gripes. The first is that, and I've heard other people say this one too, is that you can't really do, once you get to I guess get to Earth or get above ground, get out of the underworld to find Persephone and like Persephone's garden, you can't do anything there. Like, give me a little mini game or something where I can like garden or pick flowers or something, or like maintain the garden, maintain her home there, like after she leaves or something. Like the fact that they didn't let you really interact with anything there is a big miss and a bummer. And this second gripe, it freaking pisses me off. So you can pursue several characters in the game romantically, which is very cute. You all know I love that kind of stuff. I love otome games. I love wooing potential romantic partners in games. And one of those characters, there's, I don't even freaking remember their names. There's the one chick that you fight. I don't remember. There's the other guy, Hypnos' brother. And then Dusa. And Dusa is best girl. Like, Dusa's like the best character in the game, if you ask me. I love Dusa. I was like, yes, I get to romance Dusa. And then it's like a cop-out. It's like you get to the end of like romancing her, and it's like, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, she actually friend-zoned me. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? I could not believe that they, like, it was such a cop-out that you can't actually, like, pursue Dusa in a romantic way. That was so lame, and it pissed me off so much, and I'm still pissed off about it. Like, it is so stupid. Dusa deserves to have a wonderful, happy, romantic life, you know? So yeah, there's that. I'm very sad about it. Hopefully they don't do any bullcrap like that in Hades 2. Please no spoilers for anyone who has played it. From anyone who's played it. No spoilers in the comments, because hopefully I will be experiencing it soon. But yeah. Hopefully you had fun with me. Please let me know your personal favorite PS4 game. If you particularly love any of these games, if you have any favorite memories from these games. I love the comments that you all leave me on my video game videos so much. I love geeking out with you all. I know I can go dark for a while and like won't see comments or respond to them, but when I finally come back and see the comments on these video game videos especially, they bring me so much joy. So please geek out with me somehow. And thank you for joining me. And I'll see you later.